Hello, I am the Real Manos, and this is a review for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the film with Michael Cera, directed by Edgar Wright. I'm going to be talking about the film as well as my opinions on why the film is not done as well as it deserved to do. First off, the film. It's of course based on this series of books by Brian Lee O'Malley, and let's see. It's sort of a tribute to, the childhood of the 80s, basically. A lot of old school video game kind of references, as well as anime. And the story is essentially Scott falls in love with this. He's this early 20s guy who is in this band that's going nowhere, although they may go, who knows. And he is dating this girl from high school named Knives. And she is sort of the, she's sort of a rebound for him. And then he meets this woman he is incredibly in love with, Ramona Flowers. But to his dismay, he has to fight her 7 evil exes who have created a league. And of course, the fighting and action goes into Crazy Town because it becomes more like a video game, and they even burst into coins. And what's interesting is it's set up a lot like a video game, where he has to take care of these. The X's kind of take the roles of bosses for each stage of the story until he gets to the final boss, the main evil X. And that's what we got here. And in the film, Michael Cera plays Scott Pilgrim. Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays Ramona. We also got whole bunch of different actors. We got Chris Evans playing an evil X, as well as Brandon Routh. We got Jason Schwartzman playing the leader of the evil X's. And oh boy, geez, there's been comparisons over the last few years between video game movies and comic book movies, and a lot of people have pretty much cited over and over again that comic book movies have been superior because they are normally based on character and stories. Where video games are generally based on a goal. And yeah, they put characters in storyline, but I mean, really, come on. Here is how a video game movie should be done, and guess what? It's based on a comic book. Ha ha ha, fuck you, video games. What we get in the performances, Michael Cera actually does a great job of bringing this character to life. He has, he brings what he normally does to a role, sort of that sort of nerdy, innocent, kind of deadpan character he does, but he puts it with what's already there with Scott Pilgrim, who is a guy with no attention span and no patience whatsoever. Everything is now with him, and he merges it really well. The screenplay is written by Edgar Wright and Michael Bacall, and they capture the book perfectly. It's amazing that not only did they capture all the bullet points of the story, which you can do and still suck, but they actually create the tone exactly right. And actually, there are some times in certain points of the story where I think, wow, this actually is a better medium for this story. Like, in particular, the band battle between Sex Bomb and the 2 twins who are the DJs and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm just kind of knocked out by the fact that he's able to get everything within. This is what, a 5-6 volume story or something like that. 6, yeah. And it's all fast-paced, but not too fast-paced, like maybe X-Men 3. And it still goes about a comfortable pace here. It's an amazing movie and highly entertaining. And I just want to put a word out for a couple other supporting actors, like Allison Pill, who is Kim, the drummer, who is an ex of Scott's and is constantly disgusted over his behavior. Kieran Culkin, who plays Wallace's roommate, is quite funny and entertaining. I like the fact that he he's straight and Wallace is gay, and they have to share a bed because they're so broke. Uh, for some reason, it's funnier in live action. I'm not sure why that is, especially the scene where Scott wakes up and then Wallace wakes up, and two of Wallace's boyfriends in the same bed wake up. It's probably the best joke, one of the best jokes in here, and everyone's cool about it. Like, oh yeah, whatever. And there's also let me just mention Ellen Wong, who plays Knives, is quite good. She's only done I checked out IMDb. She's only done a couple of TV appearances. This is her first real deal movie. And she has a lot to do in this film. Yeah, she's kind of a B character in the story. You know, everything's basically Scott and Ramona's story. But in the supporting characters, she actually has a character arc of her own, and she has a lot to do. Where, you know, she's this wide-eyed innocent, fairly naive, and then she goes kind of crazy, and then she kind of learns and becomes, you know, a wiser character at the end. I just really enjoyed this film, and I'm going to go into... actually, I don't even have any real criticisms. I will go into why I think this movie is not performing. By the way, Vampires Suck has made more, and that's your fault, viewing public. So if there's more shitty parodies, you know who to blame. Let me go into a couple things here. I think a couple of reasons why I don't... Because a lot of, like, you know, I've talked and I've seen a lot of comments from fans very surprised that the film is underperforming. And let me just kind of throw in my own opinions on that. Because just because you make a great movie does not mean the public's going to come out to it. Fight Club is a good example for that. I think you can probably find the clues if you go back and watch a video by Peter Rallis, his Movie Buzz series. 5 months ago he did a video talking about the trailer when it was first released, and he said, oh, it looks stupid, oh, he's got to fight, you know, exes, oh, it's like video game references, oh, Michael Cera playing the same character over and over again. I think, see, the thing is, there's this perception, and probably rightly earned, that Michael Cera just does the same character over and over again, and I think it's kind of gotten old to a lot of people, and I think there was a backlash kind of building up on this, really. So when Scott Pilgrim comes out, people just, you know, who have been dissing on him, just like, oh, it's Michael Cera doing Michael Cera, blah, 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 who cares? I've never heard, and Scott Pilgrim is unfortunately not Batman, so not everybody's heard of it. So they only have Michael Cera to really kind of latch onto as what this movie might be about. And that's unfortunate because he does quite a good job, and he does a variation on his normal character. If this had followed Juno instead of his last few films, I think, just guessing, that this film may have done a little bit better. And just sad to say it hasn't caught on in theaters. So if you want to catch it, you should right now. But if you miss the opportunity, you definitely should rent or buy it when it comes out on DVD. I think time is going to be kind to this film. I think it's going to do much better on DVD. I think it's going to be a cult hit. And I think 5 years from now, people are going to be shocked that this didn't do well. They're going to, what? Scott Pilgrim bombed? Are you kidding me? Everybody's seen it. Everybody loves it. So, you know, that's just my opinion. This film gets 5 Ram chips. If you have a chance to check it out, please check it out. It's well worth your time. So, push the button, Lindsay.